Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the dining room table workout video. The reason that I'm posting this is because this is really the heart and core of the course that I'm developing. For us to be able to do things like get down on the floor, if we're extremely deconditioned and we simply can't get up and down off the floor, this is our beginning point. So if you haven't quite watched the first video, I'm just going to link it up above. So you can go back and see a little bit more about this method, where it came from, things of that nature. And today we're doing the lower body. There's a free PDF down below. In that PDF is all of the exercises that we're going to be going over here today, and then all of the exercises that we're going to be going over tomorrow as well. There are very specific reasons that I picked the exercises that I did. This is just a beginning point for getting in deeper into strength training and to training a few more muscle groups as well as you go, but this will get you started in such a way that you'll notice a very big difference as time moves forward from incorporating these into your weekly workouts. The very most important lower body exercise is the squat, because it uses the most amount of muscle groups in your lower body or your body at all. Doesn't matter if you can't lower very far right now. Do what you can and do it safely. The important thing first and foremost is we don't ever want to feel any pinching in our joints whatsoever or any straining feeling in our muscles. We want it to be the muscle burning is all. Now some of our muscles, like our lats, don't really burn as much as others, but today we're going to be using the quads quite a bit. They're going to be burning like crazy. And so you're definitely going to feel that. We're going to be working a couple of other muscle groups as well, because the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, a little bit of lower back is used for that squat we're doing first. We're also going to be doing a mobilization exercise that basically holds us up from side to side like that. If we were going to fall over from one side, these are the muscles that would keep us from falling over, essentially. We're also going to be working our calves, which are the muscles that would keep us from falling over forward, face first. So these are the most important ones to work in the lower body. There's others that are going to be in my course, but for now, just doing this is going to change everything for you if you put this into practice and actually use it. So let's get started. I'm going to guide you through this just simply by using the cues that I would use simply in my parents' workouts with them, or with clients when I'm introducing them to these exercises and teaching them how to do them on their own as well. When I do any type of consultation that's also available with my course as well, then you do get some more hands-on instruction if you have questions over Zoom and things of that nature. It's very helpful. The squat is up first. Sometimes I like to describe this as barely standing up, because the maximum contraction point, when you'll feel your muscles the most, is when you're lowered down the absolute furthest that you can be in that position. So it's basically just like standing up out of a chair. That's the best way to describe this. It'll be best to keep your chair probably at about a distance right here to where you can just regularly stand up here and have room would probably be ideal. And so starting with the squat, we want to make sure that we're not creating any type of pinching in our lower back by leaning over too far, but we want to lean over enough to where we can feel our glutes working. We want to squeeze the glutes purposefully, those muscles that we sit on. We want to squeeze those together as we are engaging our core through the entire exercise. Of course, like I said, no pinching. We don't want to feel anything in our knees that's pinching, anything in our ankles or anything in our hips. If you do feel anything like that, then I want you to just gently rest and don't push yourself any further. This is only to burn the muscles, so we have that biological improvement we're looking for from this stimulus. So as you begin, just very gently beginning to lower yourself over the course of 5 seconds or so into a position where you're lowering yourself down and you feel a moderate amount of effort. You're squeezing the glutes, you're deeply breathing through your mouth and nose. and you're engaged in the core. Stable here, we're still feeling the glute muscles. This is usually the time frame when the quads right above your knees, those burning muscles, they'll start to burn. So stick with me and continue to just very gently, over the course of 5 seconds, lower yourself into a deeper position here where you're squeezing and contracting your muscles almost as hard as you dare. Stable still, you can engage your core, breathing deeply, fixed in this position. The very last position is coming up right here. We want to push ourselves to the most intensity that we're able to dare. Slowly, over the course of 5 seconds, lower a little bit further until you are fixed into a position, breathing deep, to where you can feel those muscles so deeply, right in the glutes, the quads. You are holding this in a position as hard as you dare, as hard as you can contract these muscles. Breathe deep and just very gently, slowly lower, and the exercise is over. You may want to take a break in between exercises, and that's absolutely fine. Find a lot of people, especially beginning, you'll feel out of breath. It'll feel like you exerted more effort than you have in a very long time. That's how you know that exercise is working, and that's how you get that myokine response in the body. So don't fret if this was intense. After a little break, you can quiet down and realize you really put your muscles through some effort that's doing something impactful and meaningful and intense enough to make a difference in the body. This next exercise is the stabilizing muscles that I was talking about from side to side. These are actually right in your hips, and some muscles here in the hip flexors. Not a ton. You're really going to feel it a whole lot more there inside the glutes. So, I put this belt just right here. This is about, I would say, shoulder width apart. And, what we're going to do is we're going to, just like you can think, we're going to contract very deeply, pushing in this direction. You can see that the belt is right above my knee, but below where my quadriceps are the muscles that are maybe still a little bit tired from the last exercise. Very gently and slowly over the course of 5 seconds, begin to push outward against the belt as you squeeze and feel the hips. You're pushing with a moderate amount of effort. We want to feel the muscles working. They will start to feel like they're burning just a little bit from the very beginning. You'll begin to feel this. It really starts to kick in a little bit later, so stick with me. We want to breathe deep. We want to have good posture. You're sitting straight up and down. You're fixed in a good position where the core can gently engage. The stomach muscles have engagement. You're breathing through your mouth and through your nose. Right around this time frame, gently increase. Over the course of 5 seconds, slowly begin pushing almost as hard as you dare. As you feel those muscles contracting deeper in the hips, you can feel it really, really working. I want you to maintain your breathing. Keep that pressure toward the outside. Now increase here, last level over the course of 5 seconds. Increase to push as hard as you dare. You'll feel, hopefully, that your legs are shaking. It feels almost impossible to hold it in that position. We have 15 more seconds. Still push outward. Maintain your breathing. Keep your shoulders low. Stay in a good fixed position. Core engaged. Breathing deep. Pushing as hard as you dare for 5, 4, slowly as you can, gently decrease and begin relaxing. Good, fantastic. Now, I also want to warn you, you may not want to stand up right after doing either one of these exercises because it will feel like your muscles are completely tired. They can't do anything. So a couple minutes of just being seated after this is absolutely great. Give yourself a couple rest moments. You always have this table to hold on to. This is your touchstone to grab if you need to, of course. The last exercise that we're going to be covering today, you actually are going to be standing up to do it. And just very gently, you can touch the table and hold on to it as much as you need to, but very gently over the course of 5 to 10 seconds, just begin bringing your heels slowly and softly off the floor. So your weight is supported into the ball of your foot, and that's where your pressure goes. You begin to feel those calves burning by just a little bit, hopefully in the next 15 seconds or so. Still breathing deep. Again, you can hold onto this table throughout, and the more that you just let this go a little bit, of the table, the more you're going to feel the calves. But don't do it in a way that makes you fall over, of course. You always want to have a good handle to where you know you can grab hold of something and lower down if necessary. This might be tricky to hold your balance. Very gently increase over the course of 5 seconds. Continue to begin pushing almost as hard as you dare. Breathe in deep and squeezing into the muscles right here to feel those calves burning, doing their work right here. Remembering to breathe and increasing that intensity over the course of 5 seconds gently to begin pushing as hard as you dare. Still squeezing into the muscles, breathing deep. Now I know that in the first moment, the first time through this workout, it's possible that you may not make it all the way through to that 90 seconds, but continue challenging yourself because you will eventually get to that point and even beyond it as time moves forward. This very last little bit, continue to breathe deep, hold yourself in that position, and very gently, slowly, over the course of 5 seconds, let your heels down and rest and relax. These 3 are the most essential lower body exercises to get started without having to get on the ground. This is a great way for 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds to really begin getting all of the benefits from exercise. I'll see you on the next video, the 3rd one in the series, tomorrow. Have a great day.